and welcome to tonight's Roundtable program. We've got a lot of really great information for you, and we hope you enjoy it. But first, let's take a moment and honor our nation and our nation's flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, good evening, Pacific Harbors Council. Welcome to this, your October 2019 Roundtable. We've got a lot of really great stuff tonight. The big topic, Recharter. Recharter. Your Roundtable commissioners at the districts have probably already started giving out their packets to you. And if they haven't, they're going to get it to you after this video. I hope you brought your laptops, so that way we can get you started. But first, before I actually get into my topic that I want to discuss with you, I've got a video recorded by Duke Button addressing the fee changes. Here it is.
All right. Hi, my name is Duke Button. I'm the Assistant Scout Executive here at Pacific Harbors Council. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the fee increase you may or may not receive in the letter that was sent out. So back in May, the Executive Board have approved for a $7 increase to the registration for 2020. This is to help offset the accident and sickness insurance that the council have been paying over the years for every registered scout and adult leaders. This amount is only a portion of what the council have to pay every year, so it's going to help with that. In addition to the $7 increase, National have informed us that there may be an increase. We don't know what the amount is yet, but to expect an increase coming soon. So as soon as we hear anything from National, we'll definitely get the word out to you. But for now, please be sure to add the $7 to the registration fee for 2020 Recharter.
All right, awesome. Thanks a lot, Duke, for that information. Remember, as we get more information, we are going to push that out to you. As soon as we get word, and I get word that Ralph has information, he's our Scout Executive, within 24 hours, hopefully less, I'm actually going to be in his office with my camera. We're going to be recording this, and I'm going to push out through the official channels what he has to say about the Recharter, because there's going to be a lot of information, a flood of information coming. All right, so now I want to move into the Recharter timeline. You all know that Recharter is going on now. Last Tuesday, the 1st of October, you should have, or your Recharter point of contact should have received the access code to start the process. If you have not, I say this again, if you have not, reach out to your unit commissioner, your district executives, and we'll make sure you guys get those codes. Okay? Recharter is open right now. So you should be able to get inside there. You can update your ranks, positions, and all that stuff. So you need to be doing that now. Okay? Obviously, you're here at Roundtable, so you know that we have the virtual training. It's been put out through the Facebook page, and we'll make sure we put it out again later on, so that way you know what's going on. On 2 November, University of Scouting. So if you still have problems after tonight, after you reach out to your unit commissioners, not sure what's the University of Scouting, there's going to be a program there. So what you can do right now for Recharter, you can do everything up until the point where you pay. Everything up until the point where you pay. Verify ranks, verify positions, add contact information. You can do all of that. Drop scouts and leaders from your program, all the way up to the point where you can pay. Because we don't know what the national fee is going to be yet, we cannot pay because they still have to input that code into the system. 1 November, that part of the system is supposed to go live. I say it again, 1 November, that part of the system says how much every scout is going to pay, how much every scouter has to pay is going to go live. So that's when you'll know exactly how much is paid by each scout. 1 December is our council goal to have Recharter completed. Now, if you finish that, if you're able to finish everything, collect all your registration fees and stuff in November, awesome, more power to you. But 1 December is the goal for that. The absolute drop dead date is 31 December. 31 December, that's New Year's Eve, is the drop dead date to get everything done. Now, say you're late, you actually missed that deadline. If you still haven't finished the program and done everything for Recharter, by the end of January, the 31st of January, you're going to be suspended from ScoutNet and ScoutBook. So you're not going to be able to put advancements, you're not going to be able to advance, you're not going to be able to do anything in the program. Okay, so that's going to do purchase orders, awards, all of that fun stuff. Now, when you're doing Recharter, remember a couple key things. One, youth protection. Youth protection needs to be current in order to recharter a leader. It's not that hard, and if you actually want, reach out to your unit commissioners. I did an in-person training for 3 of my units that I work with very recently, so we can do that as well. Number 2, you should have all received an email on this from National. I know I did, but there is a brand new background form. Let me see if I can see that. Now I will actually post, I will share this on the screen here for you to see. This is due for every registered adult, and this is also due for all incoming adults. So if you have any scouters that are just applying for the first time, they need to do this form as well. If you cannot find this form, you didn't get the email, reach out to your unit commissioner, your district executive, and we'll make sure you get a copy of this. But every registered leader needs to have this form on file, or we will not recharter them. Let me see here if there's anything else coming up. Alright, so there's nothing new coming up. That's the gist of the Recharter program. Your district Roundtable commissioner, your district commissioner has the packets. Hopefully you brought your laptops. But before we go on, we're starting a new program this month. Your senior district executives have reached out to me and they want to do a Volunteer of the Month program where they recognize one volunteer from each of the 2 districts, Rainier and Olympic, in front of the whole council and acknowledge them for what they're doing. So let's go ahead and get started with that.
Hey Pacific Harbors Council, your Senior District Executive, Mark Woodman here from the Olympic District. I'm here to give you my pick for the brand new Volunteer of the Month. So I'm picking this month Liz Rogers. So Liz Rogers is our popcorn colonel for the district, and she's also the membership chair for the district. So she's pulling double duty in the months of September and October, and she is doing great at it. So thank you, Liz, for all you do for the district and the council. You rock.
Okay, so that was your Olympic District Volunteer of the Month. Thank you, Mark. Before we go, I show you the Rainier District Volunteer of the Month. I've worked really hard with our Wood Badge team, so I've got a video for you. I hope you enjoy it. Check it out.
So being involved in scouting, I wanted to learn more about the leadership component of scouting and what was more involved, and I had never had any formal leadership training, so Wood Badge sounded like a perfect opportunity for me to learn more about leadership and more specifically Scouting USA's leadership philosophy.
is the people that are there. I mean, in general, people that are going to commit to scouting enough to go to Wood Badge are just awesome people, and it's amazing. You get assigned to a patrol, and you know, you're strangers at the beginning, in the first day or two. You know, you're thinking, oh, I wish I was in this other patrol or something, and you're having conflict. But then, you know, by the end of the second weekend, it's like you're so tight with these people. It's just amazing, and everybody is just in it for scouting, and they're there because they want to give to scouting, and it's such a great feeling that you're with people that are like that, and it was a really awesome time for me. I really enjoyed it.
And what was the most significant thing?
lifelong friendships that I've made. I'm still in contact with so many of the people that I met in 2008. At that time, I was very insulated at the unit level, and I started volunteering then at the district level, and that built up to the council level, and just my friend base, my connection base just expanded enormously. And the other part was learning how to recognize and value my own strengths, but also my weaknesses and the strengths and weaknesses of the people around me that I work with. And by recognizing everyone's strengths and weaknesses, you can work better because you know who to put in the better positions to make a better environment for our scouts to learn and for everyone to work together.
Wood badge is the way to go.
Perfect. All right. So now Nicole has your Rainier District Volunteer of the Month. Here's what she has to say.
Hi, I'm Nicole Stevens, your local Senior District Executive for the Rainier District. I am here to nominate my Volunteer of the Month, which will be Kim Peterson. So congrats, thank you for all that you do. She's our District Commissioner and also is really involved in her troops, which are 217, the Girl and Boy Troop. So thank you for all that you do. And
All right, awesome. Thank you, Nicole, for that. Great job to our volunteers. Every one of you volunteers are what makes our programs possible. So without you, we cannot do this. Thank you very much. Before we go into our Commissioner's Minute, I had the chance to sit down with Roger Neal. He's on our Council Executive Board. And before our friend Lee had departed, he and Roger were doing monthly sessions on our Roundtable programs for Scout safety. And Roger has asked me if we could continue that program that he had started. So before we move on to the Commissioner's Minute, I want to show you a video coming from the National Council. And then next month, Roger and I will actually get together, and Roger's going to sit in front of my camera for me, and he's going to give us a lesson on something related to Scout safety. But until then, here's this video.
What do nuclear power plants, construction sites, aircraft carriers, and many hospitals have in common with scouting? All of these entities are constantly looking for ways to eliminate hazards that could be life-altering or fatal. One tool used by many safety-conscious groups is a safety moment or safety briefing that start each meeting or activity with a pause to discuss a hazard or risk that can be prevented. Why? Because the safety moment focuses the attention of the group on safety and how to achieve it. Let's talk about who, what, when, where, and how to do a safety moment in scouting. Who can deliver a safety moment? Every youth or leader with some preparation can step up. Go ahead, don't be shy. So when and where should a safety moment be delivered? The ideal time is at the beginning of a meeting. Your roundtable, board, or committee meeting are just before an activity, especially for those programs that have above average risks, like going shooting, climbing, or engaging in aquatics activities. You're probably asking yourself, but what makes a great safety moment? Almost anything that focuses or educates on the audience on a topic makes a great safety briefing. While the BSA publishes several safety moments, you can also create your own. Topics can include the use of checklists or safety tools such as pause, or focus on something specific like hydration, safe driving, are simply the location of fire extinguishers, AEDs, or evacuation routes at your meeting place. The Guide to Safe Scouting, the Scouting Safely website, and the health and safety newsletters are also great sources of ideas. Discussing a past incident or near miss is fine if the focus is on learning and prevention, not blame. Finally, how should the safety moment be delivered? If you have information that's accurate, all safety moments should be delivered using facts, simple language, and should be appropriate to the audience. Using a handout, slides, or a demonstration will help to assure that those who hear the message understand it and know how to apply it. The message should be delivered in a few minutes. Just make it simple, easy to understand, and help the group know how to apply the message. Thanks for watching, and if you have a favorite safety moment, send it to us at health.safety@scouting.org. We may publish yours.
All right, hey, welcome to your Commissioner's Minute. So we very recently just had the 2019, the 24th World Scout Jamboree over on the East Coast. And it was a very interesting event because we had several participants from our council, scouters, a couple of friends of mine, scouts, a couple dozen scouts go participate from our council. And it was very nice for them, and I've heard stories from them to hear about how they were able to interact with scouts from around the world. It was estimated that about 4 out of every 5 scouts at World Scout Jamboree was from a country other than the United States. And as I think about that, I really think about how large the World Scouting movement is. In June, we had the Hands Across the Border program up at the Peace Arch up in Blaine, Washington. And just very recently, my own Troop 62 and my JBLM units had a scouting visitor from Australia come visit. He actually earned his Eagle Scout here from Pacific Harbors Council from JBLM in 1964, and he came back. He's now a scouting volunteer down in Australia. So as I think about that, and I think about what Lord Baden-Powell started in the early 1900s, it makes me wonder whether or not he anticipated that our scouting movement, his scouting movement, would grow into the program that it is, where literally millions of kids around the globe are learning the same values and the same lessons that he envisioned when he started this program. And as we break tonight, I want you to think about that connection we have with youth and adults all over the world. That we are, as scouts and scouters, we are part of a much larger program than just your troop, your pack, your district, your council, our council. We're part of a worldwide program where we are all working to instill the same values, the same lessons in our youth. So I want to close with that. I'm going to turn it over right now to your district roundtable commissioners, your district commissioners. We've got a lot of work to do to get things started for Recharter, but I know you guys are up to the task. Remember, we have a council goal of 1 December to have all recharters turned in. 31 December is the due date. If you hit 31 January and you still have not turned in your recharter, you're going to be locked out of all advancements, ScoutNet and ScoutBook. If you have trouble with it, contact your district executive, contact your unit, your commissioner, and we will help you get going. Until next time, keep on scouting.